Hi. Hi. Some of these stories are a little long. I still hope they're entertaining. This is a story of Hollywood or Vancouverwood. I call it King of the Cowpussies. Before there was Dr. Mike, before there was Starbucks Dad, before there was even Hannah Marin's dad, there was Johnny King, King of the Cowboys. Acting's interesting. In no other job interview situation are you so dissuaded from having any actual interaction with the people hiring you. They have emissaries screen you first, check your resume without you even knowing, watch your demo reel, and if you are not somehow lacking in any one of 1,000 subjective criteria, you get to read for a casting director. They thank you perfunctorily, and while they might be approachable, they have no say in the casting process. No say in the outcome. They simply send your tape to the producers. If you pass their esoteric muster, you get to come in and do your interview. One chance at having made the choices they're looking for with no input at all from them. No idea if you're giving the right combination of acting elements. To ask questions beforehand is to somehow indicate that you are not adept at your job. Any interaction after your performance is strictly forbidden, and should you trespass that line, you can be pretty sure you will not only not get the job, you will also not be brought back by that particular casting director ever. To breach the bubble of silence and respect surrounding the producers is to breach the hull of your own little boat, leaving you to slowly sink, hoping your nose is still above water when you finally, gratefully, close the door behind you. You can't blame the producers. Everyone wants something from the producers. The reverse corollary verges on the absurd. If you get the job, you are immediately elevated from barely tolerable clinging leech to unapproachably artistic and worship-worthy artiste. Do you need anything? Like, can I get you breakfast? No, I'll get it. Ham and eggs, is that fine? No, don't you hold that umbrella. I'll hold it for you. No, he can't walk to set. I'll carry you. Hop on. No, seriously, hop on. Look, I've got your brolly. We can pick up the eggs and ham on the way by. Maybe get you a coffee. What are you looking at? Damn cameraman. And look, if you're still stressed at lunch, I'll call Barry. He gives the best massage on set. It's an amazing transition to be part of. For the record, I have never been truly comfortable with it. I often refuse the disdain poorly disguised as sycophantic pandering, occasionally even deigning to carry my own coffee while on the way to set. Sometimes I will hold my own cigarette as I take a drag between shots. For reasons I will never truly understand nor accept, this is the status automatically accorded you as an actor, even as an unknown guest actor on a low-level teen drama, such as was I on the long aforementioned Black Beauty episode, in which I portrayed that heartbreakingly struggling cowpoke, Johnny King. Quick story synopsis. I had been a world champ bronc rider, got thrown a while back, broke my arm, and lost my nerve. I try to ride again, I get thrown again, reinforcing the insecurity. Through a series of moving interactions, the spirited black steed and his plucky young companion managed to bolster my confidence to the point where I get back on the horse one more time and have the ride of my life. Johnny King is back. The show needed the bronc riding shots, and they had rented an actual small-town rodeo ground for them. The stands were full of about 2,000 locals who had come out to be part of the TV. Now, this was in the late 80s in Vancouver. There was still some excitement about the silver screen. Nowadays, you're likely to get spat on and cursed out when on location for disrupting the traffic flow. They had a kiddie rodeo set up between takes to keep people happy. There were hot dogs and popcorn and rodeo clowns and a general sense of well-being. They had a few cowboys doing events for insert shots in the show, some roping, some wrangling, real guys doing real dangerous activities and doing them well. So near the end of the day came the climax of the shoot. I had to do one shot where I got bucked off a horse, thus re-injuring my flagging pride. Then I had to do a spine-wrenching, perfect ride on a wildly bucking bronco in order for my battered psyche to be healed. Yahoo! Rather, my character had to do these things. The fellow they had for my stunt double was a 3-time all-round world rodeo champ. We had the same pants, shirt, and 5-gallon hat. Not a 10-gallon, my head is disproportionately small. But there the resemblance ended. The man did the fall first. He got up on 1,000 pounds of juiced up, ass-corked steed, ripped out of the gates, and chose to be launched off that thing. First try he was up fast, knowing it was not legit. He had sort of landed on his feet and then fallen over. I mean, at least that's how it looked to me as I drank a Pepsi and lounged in the stands. Second time was better. He landed on his back and butt. Still not good enough. He remounts and allows himself to be thrown up and then come down and land on his shoulder and head. I thought he was dead, or paralyzed at best. He got up and dusted off, limping slightly, and the crowd, who had been let in on the procedure and knew why he was losing the rides, they went nuts. He gave a humble wave, gathered his teeth up off the ground, and prepped for another ride. Chute opens, horse rears, bucks, twists, turns, my man hangs on, gets the bell, leaps off this dervish, landing on his feet, and then waving his hat at the crowd and giving a triumphant rebel whoop. The crowd had seen this man risk life and limb. They stood as one and cheered like crazy. It was inspiring and somehow heart-touching at the same time. There was a feeling of completion. But the show was not over. Not by a long shot. The crew came in, swept up the fragments of bone he had left behind, and proceeded to set up some lights and a camera in the center of the ring. "This is for the actor," they announced. And an expectant hush fell over the throng. The actor is coming, and as the MC explained, the previous shot of a man willingly allowing himself to be flung from a furious horse will be intercut with a shot of a different man, the actor, landing on the blood-soaked ground, waving his hat and yahooing triumphantly from the 3-step ladder they placed in the center of the rapidly shrinking ring. The crowd was informed of the procedure so they would know their part, which in this case was to enthusiastically cheer for one of the highest examples of glory grabbing in the history of cinema. They did their bit. It only took me 2 takes. I stumbled upon landing the first time. I mean, that's almost 2 feet high. And as I waved my hat in accomplishment and yelled, the crowd obliged the producers and cheered. I had no idea applause could actually be that sarcastic, nor cheering that mocking. I swear I heard the eyes rolling in their hand claps. I definitely felt the previously shining regard they had for actors dull back down to a much, much more realistic level. I will take one tiny nugget of accomplishment from the event. I sold it. I somehow found the, professionalism to ignore my aching ego and really feel the triumph, really wave the hat, really yell in spontaneous release, really walk proudly out of the ring to the telling sounds of half-hearted encouragement and barely stifled snickers of much-deserved derision. That may still be the best acting I've ever done. Thanks.